Hi everyone, welcome to episode 135. That's a lot. I've been talking to myself in a room for 135 episodes. Actually, no, Becca's been here. But either way, you've been watching me for a while. 135 episodes, it doesn't matter where you jumped in. That's a lot. I am surprised. I have my coffee. It is the third coffee of the day. It is 9:13 a.m. here on December 2nd. There's a lot of crap around my computer. Remember this? Still not finished. Mostly because I have to seam it and put buttons on it. I may do that just to have a quickie Christmas present because it's December. And why on God's green earth did in November I get the idea that I should knit some Christmas knitting? Why? But I have until Boxing Day because I will send most of it back with my mother when she comes to visit. So I do have some time, some extra time. It's not like I have to finish, and she's staying till January. So technically I still have the month, but yeah. Crazy. Breaking out. Gotta love the breaking out here going on. Let me just point out all my faults, shall I? My eyebrows are also unplucked, if you would like to know. They are unplucked under this shaggy mane of wet hair. It's still wet, sorry. Oh well. You don't come here because I'm like high class, highfalutin. High class and highfalutin. If you bother to do your hair and makeup, you're high class. There you go. I don't bother. I do. I just don't all the time. I do it sparingly, so it surprises people. Not like in high school where I had to have the pound of makeup before I went out. But I was also a goth in high school, so the pound of makeup looked more like a kabuki mask than anything else. It wasn't really like, I am wearing a pound of makeup and I look like I haven't done anything. Like, I am wearing a pound of makeup and I look like a cross between David Bowie in the 1970s and Alice Cooper. That was my goal. I had a goal. It's more like Susie and the Banshees on occasion, but yeah. If one of your favorite bands is The Cure, chances are you've gone through this phase. How big can you get your hair? How much makeup can you put on your face? Now get out of the house. Anywho, that was a tangent. That was a tangent and a ramble that was unexpected, which are always the best. And I keep looking at myself because I am paranoid. I don't know what I'm paranoid about, but I apparently am paranoid. So, December. Eventually I'll run out of coffee and then I'll stop drinking it. If you ever wonder why I stop drinking halfway through an episode, it's because I've drank all my coffee. I do have finished objects. Oh my god. 2 weeks in a row. Are you dying? Are you dying? I'm dying. I'm dying a little on the inside of joy here. Although when you, okay, one of them, given, that has taken more than a little bit of time, but the other ones you haven't even seen yet. So, be it Christmas knitting, I have started on the washcloths of Christmas, which is also my standard snuggle pattern. Snuggles will start January 1st. They will run to February 28th or whenever the last day of February is. If you'd like to donate prizes for the Snuggles, Snuggletopia, feel free. Give me a contact. I am Blue Ruin on Ravelry. And I take everything. Because, quite frankly, the more people who knit these things, the better. I would like to kick our 500-ish Snuggles in the butt this year. And I have no scruples. Basically, all of January and February, that's what you're going to be seeing. And I've already had some podcasters step up to the plate, so if you're a podcaster, get ready to throw down, because there will be podcaster prizes. Anywho, I did 4 washcloths. So there's 2 in this blue, in the blue stripies. and 2 in this color. There was some yarn chicken going on with these, and they matched my hair. How sad is that? I did not pick them to match my hair. I actually just reached in the bag. I have 3 more balls. But I played yarn chicken, because I finished the first one, which was like one of these ones, and I saw how many stripes it took, and I saw how many stripes I had left in the ball. With Bernat Handicrafter, which is the standard where I'm from, you get the little ball, right? The little ball will give you 1.5 dishcloths. If you get 2, you get 3 dishcloths out of the whole shebang. 3 dishcloths, 2 balls of Handicrafter. 1 ball, you get 1.5. That's just end of story. Now, this is either peaches and cream or lilies and cream. And so it's the first time I've knit with it. And I noticed that I had enough stripes left. So I figured, I'm going to play me a little yarn chicken. And I actually managed to do it. And one of these ends, I believe it's this one, is my leftover. That is literally how much leftover I had from a ball. Then I was like, dude, I can do this. I can get 2 out of 1 ball? Hell yeah. So, you're probably going to be seeing another little stack of these. These are my high request. They have been the high request of my mother, and it has moved on to me. And between the 2 of us, we always get asked to produce these washcloths. If it makes my sister-in-laws happy, I'll do it. Because it's quick and it's easy. So one night I did 2, another night I did 2. That was easy and awesome. And I like easy and awesome. These are 2 things that go well together. The other thing, well, there are 4. If you don't count the fact that there are 4 of those, if you count the fact that there are 4 of those, there are 6 finished objects. Well, possibly 7, depending on height, whatever. So the other thing I finished is this. And I actually bought the yarn for this weekend, cast it on, and I was done. Quite frankly, if I hadn't stopped to do like a bunch of Fuji kits, I probably would have been done the same day. It's very easy. This is the Mallard pattern by Katia Franco. From the Head to Toe book that we gave away last week. Very simple, super, like I used a chunky, got the same gauge, 5.5 millimeter needle, and it is out of Debbie Bliss Donegal, Luxury Donegal Tweed Chunky, I believe, and this is for one of my nieces. And don't fall. Precariously placed crap. That's what my life is. And I have another skein in the pink. So this is the purple one. This is the pink. And this is going to be for another niece. They're sisters. I have a niece. I have 3 nieces and a nephew. 2 nieces are together and 1 is a niece-nephew combo. The niece-nephew combo will be getting ones in red from the stash. This is the pink version. Unlike most Donegals, I think because it's a luxury, it has no mohair content, which is perfect for me because I would be breaking out in hives if it did. I don't know that I'm allergic, but it makes me itchy. I get red, I get hives, I get sneezes, my eyes swell up. It's not pleasant. I found that out the hard way. The very, very hard way. I knit a sweater in mohair. Go ahead, laugh now. So, this is a wool Angora blend, which is what makes it the luxury. It was 50% off at the yarn store's Thanksgiving Day sale, and I had to go there to drop off the wholesale order. So if you live in Minnesota, like Minneapolis area, Knitter's Palette in Lakeville is restocked. Go forth and conquer. So, yeah. Picked up 1 skein of this. It was 50% off, so it ended up being like $9. They're each getting this cowl. I will knit another one of this cowl, because it's very easy. You basically short row these 2 triangles, and then there's like the cowly part. I like the fact it splits at the side, so watch me screw up my hair. Watch me. My nieces have big heads, so this is all good. But there you go. So it splits at the side, so you can, so it's not really restrictive. Kind of look like I'm wearing a overly tight lobster bib. Okay, coming off. Anywho, I'm not going to bother blocking it. They're just going to go straight to wearing them anyway. My sister-in-law will be able to take care of these. I'm not worried. That's the first one. The second one will be out of pink. You'll probably see it next week. So Christmas gifts are well underway in the knitting here in Sadieville. Oh, that's some bad. See, that's why I don't put hats on the show. As I bend. The other finished object, which you have seen multiple weeks in a row and does not actually fit on my blockers very well, but I'm using my SSK blockers, which makes me happy, is the Little Bit Socks by Laura Linneman. I knit the large size. I omitted the detail on the heel turn because they are for my uncle, and I don't know if he's going to like them. They're super long. Super long. So, yeah. Well, they're not super, super long, but if you put them, like, the way they're supposed to be, you get, like, some serious, like, the entirety of the toe is extended past, but whatever. Whatever. They're blocked. They're actually dry. I blocked them yesterday, and they are now dry, so they can be wrapped to be sent off. These I actually have to put in the mail to get to Calgary, where my aunt and uncle reside. I'm going to gift her the Great Divide shawl. Discussed it with my mom, and she said that that was the prettiest of the shawls, and I was like, well, of course, it's soft like kittens and Madeline Tosh. Seriously, it's a good thing I love my aunt. Otherwise, she would not be getting that shawl, but she will love it and wear it. And these are for my uncle, so they are dry, washed, and blocked. It is out of Another Crafty Girl Strong Sock, I believe, in what once was the Squirtle colorway is now the Freshwater Pond colorway, I believe. I can fly. No, let's not go there. Let's not even say we did. Okay, let's forget that happened. So that is a pair. Look it, I have a pair of socks to show you on blockers, and I'm not used to using blockers, so woo. I do like how the colors did their thing. One striped more than the other. Whatever. Hubby put them on and tried to keep them, because not only is he a Pokemon fan, but he has the same size foot, and has now decreed that he should have socks knit on zeros. Rat bastard. Socks knit on zeros. I will. I was just like, really? Really? He's like, this is so much nicer and tighter. I'm like, oh. I guess I will fall down that rabbit hole. Although I do prefer the fabric I get out of a zero. So now I'm like, I better finish the other socks I'm knitting on ones. The Cookie A ones I've had on the needles forever, though. Those need to be on US ones because of the detailing. But, yeah. The socks currently on the needles are being knit on ones, and I think moving down to zeros is going to feel weird. Going back to those. So, works in progress. This is the sad portion where I tell you that the most of the work is the finished objects. I have one work in progress, which I started last night. There are many things I want to knit. This whole Christmas knitting thing, I think I'm crazy. It's in my Seashore Sharon bag, because she sent me a bag and it says Merry Christmas, made especially for you by Sharon. It's adorable. It's got puppies. Puppies, and Petrie wants it. And I just wanted to start something very simple because I didn't feel like working on a sleeve. Go figure. No. Stay down. Stay down, baby girl. I did feed her. She has been fed. I don't know what's in her system. But I wanted to do something for me. Because after you've knit 4 dishcloths and a cowl, and then the cowl and the headband of last week, you're just starting to think, I will never see anything for myself again. Which is usually what it's like. Pretty much November to February for me, because January, February is all snuggles. But I decided to really just splurge, and I pulled out and caked up my wool gathering. It's somewhere between a sport and a fingering with occasional worsteds. It's not the best of spins, but I was still doing my long draw practice before I was getting really consistent. So there are some thick and thin spots. I'm fine with it. It's a 60% merino, 20% yak, 20% silk. So it's 100% heaven. And I wanted to just make a big floppy hat. Long and short of it is, I want something to throw on when I'm having a bad hair day, and I need to go out, and I don't feel like dealing with my hair because I'm lazy like that. And while berets look really excellent on me, I have like one, and I need to block it because I can't find the other one. If I can lose it, I will. In this house, for some reason, I need to clean this room for my mother, but. So I wanted just a basic winter hat that I could throw on and not have to care about my hair for when I need to like run to Walgreens and stuff where I don't want to do my hair. And I needed something that took away from the fact that I'm going to look like a boy. Because if it's a beanie style, I'm always going to look like a boy. Trust me. Trust me. So, and I figured a big loose beanie would probably, big long loose beanie. So I grabbed the lusciousness that is this Wool Gatherings Yak Silk Merino, and I cast on the Main Island hat by Caitlin French. It's a free pattern. It's very simple. You basically knit the tube, 3 needle bind off, and seam it together. As you can see from the knit itself, it is very thick and thin, uneven, but it's so soft and luscious. I did, because it is a smaller gauge, or a thinner yarn than called for, and because I'm using 5s, I added 20 extra stitches just to have that really loose circumference as it shows in the pattern picture. I'm knitting on Knit Picks 16-inch, and I remember now why I hate these. That is how big the needle is. That it does not work with my claw. My needle claw, like, I'm like, seriously, like, there's not enough needle for me. Like, I need something for my, so that does bug me, but whatever. I knit an inch of it and then I go off and I do other things anyway, so it's not really a big deal, but so soft and luscious. I want it done now, and it kind of matches my hair. If my hair were the right color, it would match my hair. Whatever. It's gorgeous, and I love, 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 love the way this, I wish you had Feel-O-Vision, because while it is not impressive knit up or spun up because it's kind of thick and thin, it is so soft. So soft. So soft. Last night, the hubby was playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, which is like his default if he doesn't feel like following a storyline, because he's playing Ni no Kuni or something like that. It's the Miyazaki one that was released for PlayStation 3, which is actually really fun to watch, but Curse of the White Witch. But when he doesn't feel like following that, he just goes in Mass Effects. And I'm just like sitting there going like this. I'm like rubbing it, like no wonder I'm breaking out. I'm like, he's like, you're crazy. I'm like, yes, I am. Feel it. Feel the power. Feel it. Can you feel it? Oh, I can feel it. So anywho, that's on the needles, and that's in my Seashore Sharon bag, which I love. My Christmas Seashore Sharon bag. I've got my Halloween one here with my socks. Maybe I will get back to them now that I've finished my my uncle's socks. I should probably knit my mom a pair of socks. I probably should. But she wants the ballet flat slippers. I might be able to get away with that. I don't know. Serious mom thinking needs to occur in my mind. With tulips and vegetables. Okay. Enabling. There will be a little enabling right now. So I got the Seashore Sharon bag. See, for some reason after I recorded last week, there was like a big mail drop in my house, which was kind of awesome and kind of freaky, and I was just like, I ordered like, okay, first of all, thank you, Sharon. The gift is wonderful. That is fabulous. I did not order it. And this came, I know everybody is jealous right now. It's my Tangerine Designs Fox bag, which I love. My favorite is this guy. The monocle wearing one with the tie. Love him. So I got the Fox bag. This I kickstarted a while ago, and I just figure I should show you. It's an online webcomic, and this is their first compendium. The Worsted for Wear collection, Yarnvalanche by Rachel and Josh Anderson. I kickstarted this like back in June or March or something. March. Like right after I moved here. And I got my little doodly-doo, and it's signed, because I'm lame like that. But, yeah, I kickstarted this a while ago. So this came. The irony of this is it came, and I read like the first little bit, and I was busy dying, so I was like, I'll put it down and read it later. You know, I had a giggle. And the hubby came home, and he read the entire thing in one sitting, and then turned around and was like, this is our life. This is our life. I'm pretty sure this is, aside from having a secret knitting group, I am that man. So, there you have it. It also came with a cute little hand-done watercolor picture of Rambo. That's Rambo, the Angora bunny. He's also on the front. But you should totally check it out. It's a free webcomic. It's just this is the compendium. You know, kind of like how Girl Genius is a free online webcomic, but you can buy the books. Pretty much the same theory. Pretty much. And then this came. Be jealous. Oh, be jealous. Be very jealous. This is the Burnished Sport Soft Light Kittens in the Muscat colorway. It's already got a little Petrie on it. And I ordered the entire lot because she had 3. And I was like, I will take those 3. And it was the birthday celebration where you could get 15% off. So basically free shipping. And I was like, yes, I will. I will take those 3. There's 274 yards per skein. So I do have enough if I feel like playing yarn chicken to knit a good ale. I may get down to like needing 1 more skein. I may order 1 more skein. Just to be safe. I don't know. I might yarn chicken it. I don't know. I have to decide. Because it depends on if I take my upper bust measurement or my bust measurement. And to fit my shoulders, Amy Herzog says, always use your upper bust measurement. And it seems to be working for me better than the other way around. And there is such an extreme, well, not such an extreme, but there's an entire size difference on that. So if I actually use my upper bust measurement, I have enough. If I use my bust, which I tend to do for like sloppy big sloppy sweater stuff, then I use my bust. I may just use my upper bust and see how that goes, and omit the waist shaping if there is any. I have the pattern. I haven't actually read it. Yeah. But if I do use my upper bust measurement, because for some reason right here significantly less than right here, go figure. The ladies, and there's back fat right here. Like, I mean, there's more significant back fat in your bra line than there is up here under your armpit. Your pit proper, less flab. Don't ask me why. So if I take that measurement, I have enough with the 3 skeins because there is a very generous yardage. And yeah, so that came. If you're in the Spunky Eclectic Club, you may want to look away. This came just Saturday. And it's the November shipment, which is organic Polworth. Yay! I've spun on Polworth. I don't know if I've spun organic Polworth, but having said that, it's very pretty. It's shades of brown. There's a little hint of a blue-gray there. It's probably going to even out to be a tan. There's some orange, just a little fleck of orange there. I can see this being very much a mother color, so I may spin it and knit something for my mom out of it. I think it'll tan. I think with the amount of white in it, when it's spun up, it'll go tan. The last thing and seriously, a lot of this has been bought and just shipped to me recently, but this was not, and it was on sale, so I had to get it because I touched it and I squeaked. The yarn store, again, Knitter's Palette, was having a Turkey Day sale. First of all, this tealy blue color is kryptonite for me. It was the original color of my hair. It's just, I love it. I love it. Tealy blue, awesome. So I got 2 skeins of it because I figured I can knit a small shawl or something very drapey yet warm. It is 100% baby alpaca, sport weight from Blue Sky Alpacas. 50 grams, 110 yards. High sheen luxury, a classic. In color 545, lot 6306, because they're really original. But just look at that. It's plump, it's soft, it's squishy. I want to rub it on my face, and apparently that is what makes the cut. I felt like having some luxury, so I went luxury crazy at the knitting store. I feel also that I should mention, for those of you who were Black Friday shopping and may have forgotten the Knitter's Nightmare update, which is completely respectable. I don't have a code because I am not at a place where I can offer a code just yet. And because of the nature of the update, which is the Fuji Kits update, there are still some Fuji Kits. So if you thought they were all gone, they are not. Feel free to pop over and get one. 100% of the proceeds go to the care and maintenance, go to supporting Fuji's ongoing struggle with lymphoma. Fuji, of course, being the white chihuahua that Dawn and James have of the Wolf Farms podcast. She's a cutie. And in the kit you get the Fuji's Apples yarn in either the baddie or the skeleton sock base, which is either the 80/20 merino nylon or the 100% superwash. You get a Fuji's Apple Travel Candle scented travel candle. You get the Fuji Fight Like a Girl pin with the little note. And you get the Recovery Road sock pattern from me. So, yeah. They're also great gifts for knitters. One-stop shopping, if you will. But there are a few left, so do go forth and get them. Because we all love Fuji, and we all want to support her. We're kind people. And I know that a lot of people wanted me to do them again, so I did them again. There you go. Go get them. Now, last thing we have today, and I'm throwing it at the end because I have earned my explicit tag, I swear, and whatnot, and people put up with it. I know it offends some people. They usually don't stay very long. There was an ebook that came out that I was so excited about. And I'm like, I'm probably one of the very few podcasters who can review it because I can get away with swearing like nobody's business. Business. Probably the only podcast that's had an episode called The F Word. Anywho, segueing into that, I'm going to be doing a review of the ebook Subversive Socks, edited by Tabitha Hendrick. It came out from Cooperative Press, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be reviewing this if I tried. If I had to try, I could not be more physically excited about this. I want to knit all the things in this book, but if you're easily offended, I'm not going to be hurt if you turn away. However, if you like subversive knitting, stick around because this is going to be awesome. The cover is very simple. It gives you a bit of a hint as to what's inside going on here. I won't show you everything. I don't think you need to see everything, quite frankly. I think you should buy the book. Just saying. I believe it's $16.95. You can buy it on Ravelry. You can buy it on Cooperative Press. I love this little, I extend my middle toe to you, sir, and these are my fighting socks. That's in the front. The table of contents, as of course, is always very well done. You've got your introduction, determining size and fit, how to swatch, how to read charts. One of the things I have never seen before, and maybe it's just me, and maybe I just glossed past this, but I've never seen the proper care for your socks. Like, there is a 7-step bing bang boom on how to care for your socks. Now, technically, I probably don't use these methods, and I really have no problem with most of them going in the wash unless I know that they're not supposed to. But for the most part, I don't do the whole wash basin stuff. I want them to spring back, so I tend not to soak them. However, if you're taking proper care of your socks, there's an entire page on how to take care of them. Are you ready to cause some trouble? Let's go. So, how did they divide this up? I should have looked at that and told you. There are 2 sections. 1, the simple sassy patterns, and 2, the seriously badass patterns. The simple saucy patterns are exactly that. They're simply saucy. So if you like being vaguely subversive or confusing the crap out of people, these may be the socks for you, such as the Bite Me socks. They're a plain sock, except for the fact that in the back in lacework it says Bite Me. I would totally make this. FYI, I will probably make all of these at some point. I think my aunt needs the I farted socks. It says I farted. They're a bit short for me. I can work around that. They've got little hearts. But my one aunt, who likes short socks and has a huge foot. She's like an 11 or something. Or a 13 women's. She says it's better to let it out and feel the shame than hold it in and feel the pain. So I farted would be perfect for her. You've got some basic anarchy. I don't know that I can do that much color work. The intarsia isn't that bad, actually. You could probably just duplicate stitch it, but personally, I wear out my heels like crazy. I'm not sure that would be the one for me. The triple X. Again, sassy, simple. They're not the ones that are gonna make you go, why am I wearing that in public? The Sedacious socks, which have the little buttons. I like that. I like the idea of that. Again, a very plain knit aside from that. Skull and crossbones, because everybody needs skulls and crossbones. Now we get into part 2. I'm not sure where part 2 starts and ends, but hey. And these are the socks. There's two pairs in here that I'm going to knit first off, and I can't decide between this one and another one, and you will see why. It's a fuck sock. If anyone needs a fuck sock, it's me. It's me. Because I love saying fuck. I say lots. I add it to things. I may say fuckity fuck fuck, just because it's fun. And it says fuck, with a little heart. It's a very simple, wonderful pattern, and I think that is perfectly subversive. Now, okay, that may be a little extreme for some people. For me, no. There's no children around here for me to be, and even if my nieces saw my fuck socks, my brothers have potty mouths, so I'm not too worried. And I have this, like, pink, I want to say it's like, I want to call it like a fairy cake, or a fairy something. Maybe that is the name. I don't know. I don't know if it's a prototype or not, but I have this pink, almost variegated from South Lake Kittens, and I think that should either be the fuck sock or the other sock I want in it immediately from here, which is immediately following it, which works for me. And it's the bitch sock. A little more effort on this one. There's a lot more of it. It says bitches. Actually, it's not just bitch. It's bitches. Bitches. Bitches be tripping, yo. So, I can't decide if I want to take the pink and do it with fuck, or if I want to take the pink and do it bitches. But either way, the fuck and the bitches, they're both going to get in it relatively soon. Because that's just mandatory. And there's 3 sizes on that, and I love that. There's also and there are some people I just want to, like, wear these around. Knit this, bitch. There's arrows. Or not arrows, there's just some color work on it. How can you go wrong? It says knit this, bitch. If you want to be subversive but you don't actually want people to know, the damn toe. Damn on your toe. That's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. And I'm not showing you everything. I think we could all benefit from the badass socks. I don't know that I do the badass socks personally, just because that's a lot of color work on my calf, and my calves can mess with my business. There's some suggestive messages, which I think might be entertaining, especially for people who want to be subversive but not openly subversive, because with that, you have to, like, look at it at an angle. These are actually made for roller derby, and it says, check out my rack, or check out that ass. Either way, entertaining. Now, those I might end up doing. So that's a brief overview, isn't that? They do utilize quite the run of sock yarns, including Cascade, Cephalopod, Classic Elite, Holiday, Knit Picks, Lorna's Laces, Shalimar, Shabui, there's Soak Wash in the front, Sweet Georgia, 3 Irish Girls, Western Sky, and Wool Factor. There are several people who have contributed to it. Tabitha Hendrick, who edited it. And they also include their Ravelry names, which is kind of entertaining. So there's your little subversive crew, which is awesome. But really, for $16.95, if you're into, like, knitting this kind of stuff, which I am, I could lie to you, but really, by the time you see me next week, if I can justify, like, if I get that hat finished, I can justify casting on some socks, and it'll either be fuck or bitches. And if you'd like to weigh in on whether or not I should do fuck or bitches first, or if I should I can just see the pink in the fuck. I really can. And there are multiple sizes. They're very well sized. The gauge is good. It tells you how to do a gauge swatch in the round, which is very useful when you're doing color work for socks. It gives you a bit of an understanding. Personally, I don't swatch anymore for socks. How's that for a dirty little secret? I really don't. I know what size needles I need for what, and then I just kind of go with it. And I have knit some knee highs, but not many. I know how big my calf is. I still can't believe that someone would knit me knee highs for my wedding, which I still wear. So hard. But if you like Simply Sassy or seriously badass patterns, if you play roller derby, these would be perfect for you. If you just want to have entertaining socks, you should totally pick up Subversive Socks by Tabitha, edited by Tabitha Hendrick, put out by Cooperative Press. It dropped on November 15th, and I am excited. I'm excited to knit them. That is all I've got for this week. I have one work in progress. I had a bunch of FOs. I showed you a book that is really awesome. If you stuck around this long, awesome to you. I will see you next week. I'm Blue Rune on Ravelry. We Shoot Stars on Plurk. Sadie Rune on Twitter and Instagram. I don't really go on Plurk anymore. I'm sorry. If you want to get a hold of me, you can always message me or knittersnightmare.com or whatever. I'm not hard to find at all. So have a great week. I will see you next week.